What is racism in Finland in 2013?
Finland is a young nation. We don't have much history with ethnic minorities. We don't have multicultural people here.
A recent report found that racist crimes in Finland increased between 2000 and 2006. The criminal code in Finland does not include a separate definition for racist violence. Instead, the Finnish legislation tried to prevent racist violence.
Racism is a personal problem. It's a personal problem of that person. It's not my problem. If he's racist, not my problem. It's his problem.
The number of suspected racist crimes has been increasing. Based on nationality and country of birth, the Russians, Turks, Somalis, Iraqis and Iranians are facing most of the crimes with racist characteristics.
The people that want to understand will understand in the day, right? The ones that don't, it doesn't matter if we're here for 1 hour, 10 hours, 10 years. The ones that want to understand will understand, and the ones, everybody has a time to when it's their time to kind of get it and understand it. And sometimes it needs a shock, sometimes it needs a friend, sometimes it needs a random person who's kind enough to maybe give you a helping hand.
In recent years, the police have been actively working to prevent racist violence, to counter, among others, racist comments on the internet.
It doesn't really matter whether I'm born here, I came from somewhere else or whatever. Like, the main thing that causes people to react negatively to me is the fact that I'm different color from them. I speak different languages, my mother tongue, and I have a different religion. And especially since September 11, like, Islamophobia has escalated to new heights. It's like, worst thing to be is Muslim, which is really terrible.
It appears that if there is one single group whose situation has worsened in Finland, it is the Muslims. At the same time, racist violence against Somali citizens has decreased.
It is true. I mean, like, that whole prejudice thing kind of makes you want to be better.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I was in school, like, even in elementary school, I had the pressure of, you know, having good grades, having good manners, a whole lot more than my white, you know, Finnish classmates and all that. I'm telling you, that's my elementary teacher still calls me up. She's like, "You're my favorite." She's been a teacher for like 40 years, and she's like, "Oh, you're still my favorite." I'm like, "Yeah, I had to try more, you know, just to prove that you can actually do things."
Yeah.
But away from the statistics, how does this make real people feel?
Well, my family moved to Finland as refugees when I was very young. So in a way, I had this guilt thing for moving to this country, for being here, and like I had to justify my existence on everyday level. Like, I had to be really well behaved in school. I had to be really well behaved when I was crossing the street. I had to be really well behaved with other, like, white people or whatever, because I felt like I was extra in this country. Like, I was not supposed to be here, and people were showing it very strongly. Like, they don't like me being here. So I felt like I would just have to fade away to the walls or whatever, just to make my existence as non-noticeable as possible. But then I grew out of it, which is not very lucky for Finland, but lucky for me. Because, like, in the end, when you, like, read the history of racism in this country, it has really deep roots, and it's something that's not taught in schools.
Kids are kids, you know, at the end of the day. They used to have, like, in school, like, private little tutoring lessons. Even the kid does not need that much tutoring. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're a foreigner, you need extra credit for, you know, languages and stuff like that. I mean, if I already know 3 languages coming to school, I should be a lot more smarter than regular kids, right? But still, it's a very good motivation, actually, racism, in a way. So.
Racism can be turned into a positive, but not all people are equipped to deal with this. The issue is ongoing into 2014.
Today's arguments with the far-right politicians who say that racism only came to Finland because immigrants moved to Finland and they behaved badly, and that's why Finnish people have turned racist. But yeah, racism is something very real in the society. It's something that happens. It happens on many different levels, and the worst type of racism currently in Finland is the institutionalized racism. Like, we have these deep-rooted racism that's within the system itself. So, yeah, how to combat racism in Finland? Be loud, speak against it. If you encounter racism, talk about it. Something that we do as immigrants that's really horrible is that when we face racism, we think it will go away if we're just quiet about it. We just go like, negate that, these people, they're racist. Leave it. Let's not make a fuss of it. And then we go into another situation. Again, the same thing happens, and it doesn't even enter our mind that, hey, we are citizens of this nation. We have the same right as everybody else to complain about, like, you know, evil actions against us. But we don't do that, and this is something that's really big, because the more we would complain about it, the more we'd have our rights recognized. I don't believe that anyone ever was giving any rights or freedom or liberties because other people were nice. Hey, we're gonna be nice now, so here is a banana for you. No, it doesn't happen like that. You have to demand it in order to get it. Like, women fought to have voting rights. Women fought to have some sort of equal society. And we're still fighting on that front, but we still need to fight on the front of when it comes to racism, when it comes to people who have ethnic minority background or different language or whatever.